Well, in terms of recording, I haven't gotten sick of this game yet, so let's do some more. I'm actually pretty shocked at how popular this LP is right from the start. I've got triple digits in views in less than 24 hours for the first damn clip of this series, and my usual videos get around 5 to 30 in the same amount of time. Apparently we're going to be taking on Midian, but not for either of his titles. Just what makes this game decide when we get a title match anyway? We're 5 clips into a winning streak here. I just looked this guy up. He was a one-time European champion in the WWF and 2-time tag team champion with Henry Godwin. So a bit more of a star than some of the other guys we've gone up against in this game so far, but not by much. I'm not really gonna bother asking why he has Viscera in his corner here. I'm just praying that means nobody's gonna do a run-in here. Okay, doing a bit more reading here. Okay, so Midian was with Viscera a lot when they were in the Ministry of Darkness. That's interesting. Yeah, the entrance music for our guy here, The Undertaker, certainly says this is the right time period for Ministry of Darkness stuff. And, oh, for fuck's sake. He gained the European belt because he found it in Shane McMahon's bag? It'd be one thing if they treated the hardcore title like that. It literally looks like someone glued together a broken belt. But for God's sakes, if they considered the European belt that garbage, then why did they even bother to... Wait, am I seriously getting groggy while fighting this guy? I'm pretty sure he should not feel this tough to handle. I know the match only just started, but I literally just looked this guy up, and he's nothing especially exceptional. But for some reason, we're feeling pretty damn even with him? Did my stride just cease to exist for no apparent reason? Or am I just getting paranoid because I know I only have 9 clips worth of raw footage for this game, and we're on clip 5 right now. Oh dear, his spirit power is starting to break the stalemate. Son of a bitch! Well, at least he missed that attack. That's gotta be worth something. And apparently what it's worth is a headbutt to the balls. Again, what is with that attack? There are so many ways to hit someone in the crotch. Why drive your cranium into it and get a nose full of sweaty testicles? And just why is it that in a wrestling game I seem to throw so many goddamn punches and kicks? Sure, they're better than nothing, but they don't seem to be doing anything for our spirit bar, and it's not like we can see the damage accumulating on the bastard with each strike. I just do not know how bad our disadvantage is here. I just know on some level that things aren't going well for us at the moment. Okay, my big issue here seems to be that I'm trying to do big moves to make up for the lost ground we've had, and those are easier for him to counter, which is giving him more ground. I have spent more of this wrestling match punching and kicking this guy than actually grappling with him. I feel like I've missed the part of the point here somehow. And of course, he seems to be able to predict if I'm going to try to grab or punch him while getting back on my feet. Even more annoying. I think in No Mercy the weapons don't disappear out of nowhere, but I'm not sure since it's been a while since I touched that game. Maybe they do still disappear, just like they are in this game. Well, at least our spirit bar is above his. I assume that means we're doing something right, and that we're taking control of this match. Oh yeah, we're definitely going to hit a special on him soon enough. Still, more than a little awkward that we're holding a body part before he is. How the hell did I manage that counter? Holy shit, I thought we were playing as The Undertaker, not Kurt Angle. Okay, apparently just one was all we needed there, and I have no clue how I knew that. Another win! That's always nice, but it felt more like a genuine back and forth than it should have. Excuse me for feeling we should have won one of his belts there. Does he still hold those belts? I haven't really checked. Wait, a 3-minute tag match that ended in a submission? I mean, sure, The Rock and Austin are both megastars, but something about that doesn't quite look right to me. Especially considering how tag matches have worked for us in the previous few clips. Speaking of tag matches, we're in for another one, where we are once again fighting against Thrasher, but for some reason he has a different partner. And I will note that we still haven't had a single championship match, despite having 100% wins in every match. Even the bullshit one against Austin, who was the world champion when we fought him. It's not like the game gives you the option to go to Vince McMahon's office and start begging for a championship match. All we can do is go week after week kicking ass, hoping that sooner or later we'll get our chance for that kind of glory, even if it feels more meaningless in a game like this that has absolutely no story whatsoever. I would know every WCW game we did, we just went for the title and then dropped the game, mostly forgetting about it after the fact. I can't say much for how Kane's doing, but I seem to be having a good amount of luck in this part of the match. Since I have no idea what those ropes are made of, I have no idea how much that would hurt. Kane, what the hell are you doing out there? I mean, sure, it's not hurting our chances out here, but it's not helping as far as I can see. Sorry, Thrasher, but your new partner isn't doing you any favors here. I know he's groggy and all that, but come on! 2 tombstones? He should not be getting back up. Holy shit! I honestly was not expecting that match to go by that quickly. I'm definitely getting the hang of this. I would ask why Mr. McMahon decided to get into the ring with Val Venus, but then it was always kind of baffling that he got into matches at all, even if he stacked the deck in his favor. Okay, so we've made it to the first pay-per-view. Really wish we had a story here so I could feel invested, because it all feels the same to me at this point. That's an odd way to throw the pay-per-view naming tournament into things. And our first opponent is Mankind. That's certainly a very classic feud. Does this game have a Hell in a Cell match? Not that I want to recreate any of the moments of that life-threatening mess. It's just the first thought that came to mind the moment I saw who we're up against. Certainly better than the boiler room brawl. It's funny, all the way up through high school, I considered the Hell in a Cell match one of the most amazing things ever, and wished there were more moments like that. The absolute shock in the voices of the announcers, the fact that Mankind just kept coming back for more, despite everything that was being thrown at him, and the way The Undertaker felt so damn merciless. But then, I don't know when, really, it dawned on me just how close to outright dying Mankind got. Then I started to notice Mick Foley wasn't faking his body being torn up after all the matches he'd gone through. He was legitimately starting to feel every damn bump he had ever taken, especially the sick ones from that Hell in a Cell match. As a side note, I'm kind of disappointed that they used the overall Mick Foley theme instead of the Mankind theme. I think the track was called Ode to Freud. Not that this game has enough processing power to really pull off Mankind's more unhinged stuff, but still. Right. Looks like this match is gonna be a troublesome one. Why did I even try to grab him there? I was practically begging for that elbow drop. Apparently there's no chance we're gonna win via countout, so there goes the slightly cheap option. Still, there are no rope breaks outside of the ring, even if there are no submissions or pinfalls out here either. I'm sure we can do a good deal of damage out here, even if it might annoy some sections of the paying audience. I'm just a fighter in this federation, not someone trying to put on a good show, and I only care about winning. Again, that sounds rather heelish, doesn't it? I'm sure that will be an issue for all the wrestling games I decide to LP. Kayfabe might be pretty mangled in the real world these days, especially due to many of the antics and controversies during the Attitude Era, but in video games, you absolutely have to treat the characters as actual competitors, even if several of the attacks or counters don't really make a lot of sense. Especially since just punching and kicking people should do more concentrated damage than lifting them up and slamming them. Well, at least he didn't counter that. Thank you for running into my elbow, sir. Okay, fighting on the outside might be coming back to bite me now. I suppose I deserve that. And great, I get hurt even more trying to run away. Maybe I should have played as Triple H. At the very least, I would probably feel more in character as Triple H than the Ministry of Darkness version of The Undertaker. After all, he was a pretty damn tough fighter who didn't care how he got a win, so long as he got a win. And that generally seems to be my general attitude in wrestling games. Thank you for turning your back on me. And he makes the same mistake again. Granted, Mick Foley possibly wrote the book on hardcore wrestling. He certainly wrote plenty of them. I'm sorry to say that only his first book, Have a Nice Day, was any good. I'm also sorry to say I've never found any other wrestling books that drew me in, and it doesn't matter who the author is. Kind of annoying, really. I should probably drop that particular line of commentary. So we didn't find any weapons when looking, but at least we didn't pay for turning my back on the opponent. That would have been especially awkward after I thanked him for doing that to us twice in the same match. And great. Now I'm outright hoping that Paul Bearer, a portly guy who is in no way a fighter, helps us because I want every advantage we can possibly get. Sure, The Undertaker, especially at the start of his career, had some interference from Paul Bearer and others to get the job done. Especially that first title win against Hogan. But I never really got the sense that he would go out of his way to try to have that help. He was pretty much a zombie with little to no say in what goes on. Not as little as Kane at his start, but the point still stands. Yeah, this match is definitely not in our favor at this point. It is downright draining to go through a match like this, even if at the moment it's actually pretty fun. Well, at least we've managed to get his spirit bar lower. That's got to be worth something. Now, let's see if we can actually build some momentum of our own here. This is certainly turning out to be one of the longer matches we've gone through so far in this game. Hopefully it won't end up being so damn long I have to split some of my raw footage at an awkward point, but we'll see. I'm certainly working the leg a good amount in this match. Wish I could say that's because I've got a specific kind of win in mind, but really it's just me doing as much offense as I can, and knowing that grappling towards the head is just going to trigger a cheeky, stylish pin. I want to wear him down more, to be sure he'll stay down for the 3 count. So he went immediately from limping to running right at us. Part of me wants to chuckle at the game for not taking that kind of injury in mind when somebody's moving around, but the other just remembers the sheer number of times I've seen wrestlers just forget the injuries they're supposed to be selling for one reason or another. Hell, there have been some matches I've watched over the years where someone holds one leg when they've been blatantly getting struck in the opposite one. But again, it's probably more of a technical limitation than much else for this game. Hell, how many times in GoldenEye and Perfect Dark did we shoot someone and they grabbed a body part that wasn't actually struck? And great! Once again, I'm chuckling that I always seem to find more satisfaction in killing enemies in those old games than a lot of the more modern ones, the Call of Duty games in particular. Yeah, I should be more focused on the still pretty up-in-the-air match we're going through. Not on games we've LP'd in the past. Though I suppose you could say that absolutely every match is up in the air until it is done. I'm sure he's getting frustrated at just how much effort he has to put into this fight. I can certainly sympathize. Okay, that was a little closer to a 3 count. I know I keep saying it, but I really wish there was some method of measurement we could use to know, for sure, how close we are from pinning or forcing someone to surrender. It is just such a fundamental part of a game like this that I'm amazed every wrestling game we've done so far has made it essentially a guessing game. Though I suppose, considering how many times wrestlers in various events kick out, that making it a guessing game does a little more to make things feel more similar to a live show. But they most certainly don't keep this kind of elf system when we finally get to the PS2 games. I know that for sure. Why was that rope break delayed? His head was facing right through the ropes! Good God, I just cannot seem to get a good head of steam in our favor. We're doing damage, this isn't as one-sided against us, but I severely doubt we're gonna get to do a tombstone in this match. Okay, I would certainly like to be wrong about that. Of course, I'd also appreciate us beating him before we get to use a special on him just so long as this match ends in our favor. On your feet, buddy. It's time for you to take a finisher to finish this match. Yeah, rest in peace. I am just done after that, Warwick. Are you fucking kidding me? We're still not done here! Well, that was certainly quite a few counters there. It certainly felt more like luck than skill that we managed to get through that exchange on top. Right, another tombstone on the way. We're finally done. It's amazing that a 12-minute match felt like forever for me. I just do not have the emotional stamina for a 20 to 50-minute match. And apparently our next opponent is going to be Road Dogg.